Confident, vibrant, and quirky with an edge, this is 10 Minutes with Tiffany J. 10 Minutes with Tiffany J features the inside scoop as she juggles the world around her, a 9 to 5, along with a handful of gifts and talents that will blow your mind. All things Tiffany J on her website at MissTiffanyJ.com. Now, let's get into the show. You have a child by someone who is not present. Some days, when I say that to myself, I'm okay with it, and some days I'm not. It's a thought that I have every day, and most often I am able to very quickly push it to the back of my mind. But it will never go away. And then there are some days where it just screams so loud. I want to go to therapy for it. I don't know if I'll ever be healed from it, but I want to be in a space where I'm okay. You know? I never really talk about it openly because I don't want to bash anyone, or I don't want my daughter to ever hear this and think that she was not loved. But there are times where I just need to be honest and express at least how I feel about things. I felt like something happened and I was pretty much left to pick up the pieces, no matter what they ended up being, no matter how hard, fast, or terrible they fell and crumbled. I had to pick up the pieces, and that is not easy to do when people know you, when people watch you, when people admire you and have seen you grow. The difference between myself and a lot of people that walk into some communities, they already walk in whatever they have is what they have. But when you're involved and people are hip to what you're doing, and then a thing as public as pregnancy happens, which is something that I can't hide because it's happening inside of me, then the tables, they flip, they turn, they get unstable, and people are able to see you. On the positive, they're able to see you grow. They're able to see how you embrace what has happened, the blessing that has come through and come forth with you being the vessel, and you, by you being me, or by you being you. If you're listening to this and you're currently pregnant, have already given birth, plan to give birth, you know? So it's a beautiful thing. One of my friends told me today, he was like, I'm so proud of you for embracing motherhood the way that you have. It's a beautiful thing to watch. Someone else told me at the Titans weekend, he was like, you make motherhood look good. And I was like, wow. And I said, you sure? And I was about to say some other stuff, and he said, he shook his head. He said, no, you make it look good. And that's it. Gave me a kiss on the cheek. I'm at work, y'all, sorry. But gave me a kiss on the cheek, and that was that. And so I have received so much love, more than I've ever experienced, by just bringing forth this child into the world. So much love, so much favor. And my music manager, he says, it's a testament to what you've been to people and what you bring, out of people. So I always keep that in mind. I'm grateful, I'm thankful no matter if it is just me picking up the pieces. But I know that my village is there. My village, I praise God for you. You all have shown up like never before for me and for Sonia. And I pray all the time. Let me turn down this radio. I pray all the time. I pray all the time for her father. And I just pray that he's okay, truly, and that one day they will get to meet. And that's really it. I'm thankful that God gives me the time to get my words together. I'm thankful that what has happened between the three of us, or among, that's the correct verbiage, grammar, among the three of us, it has happened before. It has happened to me. And I didn't get to meet my father till I was 23. I don't want it to be that long for her, of course, but I now know how it feels pretty much on both sides. I know how it feels as a daughter. I know how it feels as a mother. It's interesting. And I get it, why some women can become bitter and very pissed. But as long as you keep those emotions in check, I think it's okay to discuss them, to talk about them, but just don't put that out. Don't put that out there on anybody. Everyone has a choice to make. There are women that have been married for 10 years and they're getting divorces. Beautiful couples, awesome kids. And things are now changing for them. There's a thing that I read about a emotional volcano. When you have emotions, make sure that there's like three types of people. You got people that you can be completely emotional vulnerable to. Some that you can share a little bit, and then there are others that you can't share much. But you have to make sure that you're able to express and get that out your system. Why? Because if you tuck them away, it's kind of like putting all of your dirty baggage, all of your dirty clothes, all of your dirty whatever that you got. It's kind of like throwing it in a closet and never really tending to it and sorting it out. And when you do that, you keep putting them in the closet. And then one day, that closet door is just going to get weak, and eventually it'll explode. And so that's when we call it like an emotional volcano. I got that from Dr. Caroline Leaf, if you want to check out her books. I am very good when I trust you. I'm very good at allowing you into my mind and into my thought process and giving you a peek, front row seat inside of how I think. And this podcast, I give you a way of like understanding some of that. I don't share everything, but I did want to get a bit vulnerable and a little transparent with some of my thoughts, just because it's something that I think about and I just can't shake it. And as a new mom, very, very fresh, right? Just 5 months in, one of my friends is like, you got a long journey, right? Regardless of whether the person wants to be in or out, a child is something that links you to pretty much for the rest of the child's life. Not necessarily your life, but as long as the child lives. And yeah, because it's a beautiful thing. And one thing I never wanted to do was to take away the credit that of how, the fact that she was created, yes, by God, first and foremost. But, the DNA that's there. Somebody was just like, well, a lot of people say it's a beautiful baby. And I think in the back of my head, I say to myself, and he's a beautiful man. And I'm beautiful too. I look good too. But it's something that's hard to shake, y'all. And I'm just being real and honest. That's all. This not a bash episode. It's just me sharing, because sometimes I just got to get it out, and it's something that I think about, and I don't really know what else to do. I did go to therapy, but I stopped for a while, and this was about a year or so ago. So when all this happened, I was like, woo. Now I learned a majority of what I needed to learn, but this is a new leaf that I'm turning over. This is something totally new. Now, motherhood is one thing, but dealing with the pain, the trauma, the heartache, and the emotions that come with it, and each and every day when you look at your kid in the face and you see yourself, but you also see the other person with every new eye blink, new twitch, and how they move their body, and their toes and what they look like, just all things. It's beautiful to watch them grow, but it's just a constant reminder. And I'm sure if you're a mother, you think about that. And I don't know if that's, is that because someone would say, because you still feel some kind of way for them, you're hurt, or what? I don't know what it is, y'all, but it's something that you can't shake. The time that was shared, and then it was pretty much like it was whisked away, and then boom, I was pregnant, So it's just very abrupt, and something that I just had to take on and accept and keep moving forward. That was another edition of 10 Minutes with Tiffany J. I hope you all enjoyed yourselves. I know I did. Now you can get more episodes on my website at www.misstiffanyj.com. But don't stop there. Hop on over to the music tab and check out your favorite Tiffany J record, starting with my latest singles, Work For It and Callin' Me, which is on all digital platforms. Also with a bomb video showcase on YouTube featuring the Queen City, Charlotte, North Carolina.